I'm Coach Corey Wayne, and this is my video coaching newsletter. And the topic of this newsletter is, what happens when you try to kiss a girl but you get her cheek instead? What does it mean? Should you call her for another date, or should you just say, fuck it, she's not into me, and move on? I got an email here from, it's actually one of my phone coaching clients. And he says, hey Corey, it's Bob from New Orleans. I wanted to run some details from my date on Tuesday that I told you about and see if you agree with my assessment of it. I met this girl at a local wine bar near my house around 8. She's a school teacher, about 5'8", nice athletic shape, brunette, pretty face, definitely my type physically. I found her to be friendly, fairly talkative, and easy to talk to. She seemed down to earth, easygoing, sure of herself, but not arrogant or cocky. Overall, I was pleased, and I would say my interest level in her is in the 70 to 80% range. However, I would say her interest level in me is maybe 51%. I'll give you a quick rundown of the night and let me know what you think. We sat at the bar on the bar stools next to each other. As we spoke, she made good eye contact, was talkative and friendly, and she seemed to be engaged in the conversation. As I told you, she's into fitness, so we spoke about that and about food and eating. Nothing too intense or serious. Good job. As time went by, I noticed her playing with her hair, which was a good sign, definitely. However, I also noticed that she never seemed to lean in closer or make any incidental contact with me. At around 9:45-ish, we had a brief moment of awkward silence. So it's like the conversation went dead. So my question to you is, did she try to keep it going when that happened? A woman who has high interest will try to keep it going, but a woman who's just kind of, will just let the dead silence be there. He says, shortly thereafter, she looked at my watch, asking the time, and then made mention of being a little tired. That's basically, at that point, she's ready to haul ass. So at that point, I decided to shortly wrap it up. After another 10 minutes or so, I asked for the check, and about 10 minutes later, paid the bill and said we should go. I walked her to her car. Again, along the way, no incidental bumping into me or anything like that. Great fucking sensory acuity. You got to pay attention to these signs. It's awesome. Good fucking job. He says, we spoke for a minute at her car, and when I went to say goodnight, she offered up a cheek kiss, and then we left. Based on what I described, at best I would say 50-50. I haven't called her since, nor have I heard from her. My game plan is to wait until Saturday or Sunday and then give her a call and try for a second date. If she agrees, great. If she's wishy-washy, then drop it. Do you agree, or do you think it's below 50% and I'm wasting my time? Also, if a second date is in the cards, I was thinking of an afternoon of biking followed by a casual bike to eat. A couple of different activities and places in one day. I'd say ideally the best kind of dates are the kind of dates that are in the evening. But here's the thing, it's obviously, at some point she was playing with her hair, but also at some point she stopped doing that. She wasn't touching your arm or anything. And so maybe it was something you said, or maybe it was the awkward silence. Maybe, it definitely looks like from what you said that you're definitely more into her than she was into you. The thing that you got to keep in mind is that you went in for the kiss and she gave you the cheek. Now, when a woman does that, it means she's got low romantic interest in you. And that's basically communicating the friendship kind of vibe. Or maybe she's structured and she's just controlling herself because she thinks that that's what she's supposed to do. Now, me personally, I wouldn't bother ever calling a girl like that again because I'm used to going out with women who are really into me, and when I go for the kiss on a date, I get kissed back. But this particular girl was not doing that. But it's up to you. If you really like this girl and you figure, hey, you know what, I'll give her one more shot, you can do that. But if you go out on a date a second time and same shit, she turns her head, then you definitely need to flush the number. But I would say your chances of being able to set a second date with her are probably pretty low unless she's a very structured girl and she just turned her head when you went to kiss her because she thought that's what she needed to do. But the thing is, the fact that she's looking at her watch, it's kind of communicating that the conversation is dying. And at the end of the day, if you were really that into her and you really wanted to know about her and she was fascinated, she would have been making more of an effort to keep the conversation going. And so there was a moment where it died, and so at some point, it's both of you kind of realize that the connection is not as deep, and obviously you're probably really into this girl physically, but the connection, the spark, it just wasn't really there. So I leave it up to you. If you want, you can call her, try to make another date. I think it's kind of doubtful that she'll actually make a date with you, but who knows? Maybe she will. But if you go, like I said, if you go on the second date and you go for the kiss and she gives you the cheek, then I wouldn't bother calling her again after that, because it means that she's just really not romantically interested in you, and move on from there. So if you have a question that you want to ask me, or there's a topic you want me to cover in a future video newsletter, go to my website, click the Contact Me tab, which is going to be on the left-hand side of your screen. Send me 1 to 2 paragraphs max detailing your questions, your situation, your challenges. You just got to give me several days to get back to you with a response, because I get a lot of email from the internet, and I also get a lot of it from my paying phone coaching customers. But be patient, and I will get back to you. And if you want to talk to me right away, the quickest way to get my help is to book a paid phone coaching session. And you can do that by going to my website, click the Products tab, which is going to be at the top of your screen, and just follow the instructions. If you want to get a digital version of my Kindle ebook, which I highly recommend, on my website underneath the email sign-up box is a box that has a link that will take you to the Amazon Kindle download page for my book. Now, you don't have to have a Kindle device to read my book. All you have to do once you get to the download page is on the right-hand side, there's a button, and you click that button, it'll open up a window where you can download a free e-reader app for your Android smartphone, your Android tablet, your iPhone, your iPad, your Mac, or your PC. It only takes a matter of seconds to download and install the app, and after that, only a few more seconds to complete the purchase of my book. You'll be reading it in no time. And I will talk to you soon.